Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a reading for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. This reading covers the period from 12/12 when we have the full moon in Gemini until 1/10, the full moon in Cancer. Now I do apologize because these readings are coming out a little bit late. As some of you might know, I live between two countries and I have just gotten down to the Caribbean. And just sort of like making adjustments and settling in and that sort of thing. I couldn't get these readings out on or before the exact date of the full moon in Gemini, but these readings are from around that time, 12/12 until January 10th, when we have the full moon in Cancer. And I just want to apologize in advance for any interruptions. There was one of them. You will hear, roosters crowing. They are real live running around. I have to have the windows open because it is very hot in here. So you might hear, strange rooster noises. There's a lot more animals also running around and like motorcycles and weird announcements being made that you can hear like far and wide. So I just want to apologize for those interruptions in advance. This Gemini full moon is also known as December's full cold moon and will highlight a ton of information that you didn't have before. And thanks to Mercury, which is the planet of communication, moving from guarded Scorpio to outgoing Sagittarius, you'll be more inclined to share those thoughts. Every Gemini full moon brings tidal waves of new information and demands that our eyes be open, our minds be inquiring and receptive, and our ears be ready. This full moon magnifies internal and external dialogues and spreads messages far and wide. This full moon spread that I'm going to do consists of 7 cards. In the 8th card, I read the bottom energy, overall energy card from the bottom of the deck. And it's also going to provide you the messages that you need to hear, along with the rooster crowing, he's in agreement, that you need to hear about how to not only manifest what's for your highest good, but also what you need to release or what stands in your way. Now, I do new moon readings and full moon readings for each sign. New moons are a time to set your intentions, write them down. And full moons are usually a time when those intentions either come to fruition or you kind of do an analysis of what it is you need to release in order to, to bring about the manifestations that are for your highest good. Okay, so while I'm getting this reading ready or doing the reading, I'm just going to ask that you guys please give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, comment, and share if that's something that you like to do. And don't forget to hit that wiggly bell or ring that bell so you get any sort of new updates when I upload any information or notifications. That's what it's called, the notification bell. Okay, so Aries, let's go ahead and get into this. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. The 2 of Wands wanted to pop out. 8 of Wands, 7 of Wands, so lots of fire energy, Aries, in your reading. You guys might have a lot more fire in your chart, or you might be dealing with people with fire energy or just exhibiting those qualities. Okay, so Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Let's go ahead and see what spirit, angels, ancestors, your loved ones who have passed, and your spirit guides have for you for this Gemini full moon period. Okay, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Man, those roosters are crowing. All right, somebody wants to be really heard, Aries. I have a feeling, and the rooster, he is the king of the pack. That is very emperor energy, calling his family, letting people know what time it is, setting boundaries. All that very interesting Aries energy coming from the animal kingdom around us. Okay, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Let's get into this reading. Whoops. Just make sure these guys look all right for you. Yep, looks like we're going to have that distraction all reading. So let's just embrace it. All right, so your overall energy, Aries, is the Queen of Pentacles. This is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. It's very maternal. It's very nurturing. She's somebody who's not afraid to get her hands dirty if she needs to build a house or build a foundation or build her career. You know, she's been a part of it every step of the way. She's a mother, you know, she's very good with animals, she's very good with plants, she's probably also a healer of some sort, so might be a doctor, might be a nurse, might be an energy healer or a Reikiist or something like that. Underneath that we have another earth sign, we have the Hermit, so this is all about that inward guidance, following your intuition, using, you know, all of your experience and your knowledge, but then also like finding your center and your personal source to make any sort of decisions, especially since you guys have been going through what seems like quite a difficult, turbulent maybe time. Maybe there's been some competition. Maybe you didn't like to be, you were shying away from the spotlight, which doesn't seem quite Aries of you, but you felt like slightly embarrassed or emotional about something, maybe. Okay, or you just were, you know, you had some considerable blocks here in, you know, answering your highest calling. And, you know, this new moon, this Gemini new moon, which is very chatty and very tech savvy, you know, maybe you're going to download some information that's really going to help you. It's going to help you in an emotional, creative, intuitive way, and then also help you follow your true calling and what it is that you need, what it is you need to do, and what it is you need to do in this lifetime or at this time. Okay, Aries? So let's go ahead and get into this reading. Where are you in your life right now? 10 of Pentacles. I love this. Although it did come up in the reverse, you could be feeling like a little bit of a loss of stability. But for the most part, you know, Aries, this is somebody who has built their kingdom. This is somebody who's worked really hard for the abundance and the stability. You could be in the process of actually physically building your house. You could just be sort of, this could also be what you're trying to manifest. If you're working with law of attraction, maybe you're trying to, you know, get your finances back in order. You're getting out of the red. You want to be able to be that emperor, that Aries energy, to be able to take care of yours and your tribe, your soul tribe, your family, your pets, you know, make sure that everything, you know, everything is okay. And I feel like you're definitely working towards that, and you've been asking for it. Okay, especially with the Queen of Pentacles energy and the 10 of Pentacles. The 10 is the completion of a cycle, although it did show up in reverse, so it might sort of be taking us back to that 9 of Pentacles, like where you're almost there. Okay, you've been wishing, you've been trying. This is really what you want to bring forth into your life. The people see you as a true warrior. People see you as this strength. We have this lion. This could be Leo energy, but it's Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo. And this is somebody who has a lifetime of experience, or many lifetimes, and it's taken forever to collect all of these wands. And so we see that in the past, and the strength that you've shown in the past in getting to where you are. So looking at your journey, how far you've come, and then also knowing that you have these 4 wands that are going to help you move forward with potency in the future. Now we do have a snake wrapping around one of these wands, and there's also a little bit of healing that needs to take place or is taking place. So remember, this is how people see you. He's quite a handsome fellow here, you know, so it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm talking to male Aries, but it's this masculine energy. He looks good. He doesn't look, you know, look, he has like very few wrinkles, even though it looks like he's been through a lot. So people are seeing you manage whatever situation this is, even if it was an investment that went wrong, but you're like trying to get back on your feet. They see you as having the experience and the wherewithal and the strength to push forward and get through everything. But do remember that oftentimes it's the strongest, you know, in Aries, you guys are a quite strong sign, but it's often the people who are the strongest that we overlook, that sometimes need help. And the 9 of Wands is a wounded warrior. So it does say, okay, there is a time of rest that needs to be built into this plan of yours, or into life in general. And then I can't help but notice here we do have this full moon or new moon. It's kind of hard to tell. Or is it a lunar eclipse, which is coming up 25th, 26th of December. Okay, so that might be a very important time for you, my dear Aries. But people see you as strong. People see you as, you know, resilient, even though, but they also see that you've been through a lot. So what's blocking you? We have the Seven of Pentacles. Aries, you might be trying to make things happen quicker than they're supposed to happen. And that can often happen when we are working with law of attraction. I keep saying that, I keep getting that message from Spirit, law of attraction, law of attraction. So some of you are definitely trying to manifest some sort of financial change or some sort of change in your health. It could also be family. You could be trying to manifest, this Queen of Pentacles. It could be your partner. I am getting strong male energy here with Aries. But again, remember, masculine and feminine energies are within each of us. So whichever one you identify with, or at this time. And the Seven of Pentacles is all about reevaluation and taking a look at what you invest your time and your energy and your money into. And it does look like, he's a little bit disappointed because like some of his pentacles, he's carrying two, he's walking through, it kind of looks like, I feel like, Aries, you made a bad investment, especially since that Ten of Pentacles came out in reverse. And you're trying to recover from that. Now remember, this could be an investment of time, it could be energy, it could be in a relationship, okay? But whatever it might be, this Seven of Pentacles is like, yeah, I think, you might have made something, you might have made a bad investment, and you're trying to recover from it, and you kind of want to recover quickly from it. But remember, like everything, there are no wrong turns. We learn, if we turn every negative and positive experience into a learning experience, then then that's called growth and movement forward. And hopefully we don't make those same mistakes over and over again. But sometimes if we do make those mistakes over and over again, it's because we need to learn that lesson. All right, but I do get what's blocking you is a little bit of frustration, and I think you feel like you don't have enough time. I'm getting like this TikTok energy, like I need more time. Or sorry, I need this to happen now, and like a little sense of desperation here, a little bit of sadness, a little bit of frustration. But the message here with the Nine of Wands and also the Ten of Wands is you can't build an empire overnight, okay? And so even if this wasn't a bad investment, even if it's just something that you're just like really, really waiting on, and you're coming really close, like Spirit saying it's coming to you. Remember in the pre-shuffle, the Eight of Wands came up. And the Eight of Wands is all about like also detaching, trying not to micromanage. And you guys really might want to check out the Capricorn reading, because that reading was very intense about that. That message came through, not trying to micromanage the process, like set your intention and then let it go, and then let those wands fly and land whenever and wherever that they're supposed to. Okay, so, just really interesting energy. Again, you get more Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy coming out with the Seven and the Ten of the Pentacles, and then fire energy, also the Queen of Pentacles. So this definitely could have to do with your health, your wealth, your family, your foundation, your home. But it also could have to do that you have heavy earth in your chart, or you're dealing with someone or something with a lot of earth in their chart. What do you need to do to overcome these obstacles? I love this. This is the Nine of Cups. So remember, this Ten of Pentacles sort of brought us back to that Nine of Pentacles because it was in reverse. And it's kind of like going back to being self-sufficient, being really, really close to getting what you want. And this is Spirit saying your heart's desire is coming. Okay, the Nine of Pentacles, you've done a lot of work, Aries, and this full moon, you might see this coming to fruition, but you're ever so close. But there's a Sun card showing up here. So it might take a little bit more time. It might take all of this time during Sagittarius until we move into Capricorn, that Capricorn new moon, which we're seeing here, that lunar eclipse, that this wish fulfillment comes into fruition, hopefully, right? Because I can see you guys want it to happen fast. But remember, this reading might be all the way until we have that full moon in Cancer, which is in January 10th. What Spirit's saying, to overcome this, have patience. Know that your wishes are being fulfilled. Your spirit guides, your angels, your ancestors, your loved ones who have passed, they are listening to you. They're working behind the scenes to make everything happen for you. Okay, so please just don't give up hope. Now, Aries, what you can do within, to achieve your goals or, manifest your desires, something needs to give way. There's something here in the Tower. It could be your house, it could be your home, it could be the way that you're seeing certain things, it could be negative behaviors, it could be so many different things. But the Tower is all about change, sudden change. We have this eye and the Eye of Horus, which is like I think it's the Eye of Horus, bringing this Tower down, lighting it on fire, and getting rid of You know, this is like, I'm getting materialism here, especially with this giant crown. There's something like materialism. I think you're trying to measure your success by how much money you have, or how much, like how many, what your electronics are like, or if you have the newest up-to-date, you know, technology, iPhones and, you know, tablets and all that sort of thing, or house and car. Not all of you, but this is like a real warning here, like what, you know, like you need to sort of like flip that thinking and look at your like successes as the small successes. For those of you, you know, some of you might be on a weight loss journey and they're not successes on the scale. It's not just the number, you know, it's like, you know, how much better do you feel, or can you walk up a flight of steps without stopping, that sort of thing. So again, like there's something, the way that you're seeing the world, like you're putting too much pressure or emphasis on something that isn't, in the long run, that's so human, that's so 3D, you know, and Spirit wants you to really sort of put more emphasis on your spirituality, or on the journey, or on, you know, happiness and love, and less on things that might be superficial, okay? What you can learn from the outside world or from others, we have the Ace of Wands. This is awesome because Aries, this is your energy coming through. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and this is like all about a new beginning. This is like a huge green light from the universe, okay? So like, just remember that there are miracles coming your way. Don't let your analytical mind, or don't let, you know, whatever this emphasis is like on material or on the 3D. And it may not speak to all of you. You might be good. You might not be like overly materialistic and whatever, especially if you're watching this video. But like, I do feel like, you know, something, you're not seeing something the way Spirit wants you to see things. Like they want you, Spirit really wants you to see, you know, your successes, and not in terms of number and things and how many friends you have and what your clothes are like, and, you know, that sort of thing. And that there's a huge miracle coming to you, or a huge blessing that's coming to you at this time or during this period. And what you have to learn from is just like to accept it and to receive it. It might not be exactly what you wanted or how you wanted it, but it's still a huge blessing nonetheless. Okay, and your projected outcome, Aries, is beautiful. This is union. So for some of you, this is going to be you trying to manifest, you know, it could be a soulmate, a relationship, you know, that's going to teach you a lot of lessons, or it could be a twin flame, something that complements you, even if, you know, even though you feel whole at the same time. But the Lovers is, you know, this is this perfect union. This is like a huge decision. I love this. This is Gemini energy. This is this Gemini full moon coming out in full force. This is beautiful. This is union with Spirit, or this is union with your higher self. And that projected outcome is absolutely gorgeous, that like you're going to be able to, you know, I think like right now I'm getting like you feel like you have to make decisions out of necessity. And then eventually you're going to make decisions based out of choice, because you're going to have everything that you need. You know what I mean? Like out of what you want, not necessarily out of necessity, if that makes sense to you. Okay. Since you guys know I'm in the Caribbean, I'm near the sea, I have to use my Mermaid Oracle energy cards for you guys. So for Aries, I'm just going to pull additional messages for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Okay, for the Gemini full moon period. Gemini full moon period, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Please give us the messages that Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus need to hear for this Gemini full moon period. The return of Aphrodite. Wow, some of you are definitely like manifesting a soulmate or a love relationship. It's temple, birth of the goddess, guidance, goddess energy, treating as sacred. It's also self-love. It's like loving yourself and seeing yourself as worthy. When Aphrodite returns, you know, everybody's happy, giggling, making love. This is also a reminder to see yourself as absolutely beautiful. Okay, but again, with this Lovers card and this Nine of Cups card, I'm really seeing here, you know, I'm seeing some of you manifesting a love relationship. But for others of you, it might be wealth, it might be abundance. It could be health as well. It could be a new job. Okay, so it's like, again, make sure you treat yourself kindly. See yourself as the god or goddess that you are, and make sure your self-worth you're taking care of that aspect of yourself. All right, the next card that popped out is the endurance card. Keep going. Yeah, and that's coming out really loud and clear, Aries, on top of the Seven of Pentacles. It's kind of blocking you because, like, I get you want this to happen really fast, or you want it to happen, you know, now, or you feel like, hey, I've done all the work, you know, I've done all the work here. I really deserve, you know, I deserve to be seeing more results, right? Or faster results. And yes, you will get, remember, your wish fulfillment is coming, Aries, but you are going to have to put in a little bit more time and a little bit more effort here. Spirit says, you know, divine timing is at work. So even if it feels like nothing is happening, there's a lot happening in the background. All right. So final messages for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Final messages for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. I'm just going to pull 2 more cards for you guys. All right, we have Deceit. Interesting. Now, I just want to note, this is the third 7 that's coming out. We have 43. This endurance card, 7. We have the 7 of Pentacles. Then we have 2 and 5 is 7. 7s are introspection. 7s are reevaluation. Okay, they're kind of what happens right before the 8s, which are manifestation. Okay, and so this deceit is like, I really want you to be careful. I feel like you were maybe deceived in the past. This 10 of Pentacles card that came out in the reverse, like maybe it was an investment. It could have been like a love, a relationship, something you invested a lot of time in, and you felt like you were really deceived by somebody, and that might be something that's really blocking you, you know, because you're like, you know, I was above board, I did everything right, and I don't know why I was treated this way or why this happened. Remember, it's just a learning experience, Aries, for you. Okay, but it's also a reminder, like, don't deceive yourself, like that, you know, things do take time. Again, if you're building an empire or if you're in a relationship, you know, like, they're all wonderful and beautiful the first couple of weeks. But, you know, you really get to learn about yourself and about others, and like building a strong relationship, you know, takes a long time. So again, remember, make sure that you're not deceiving yourself, and do watch out for anybody trying to deceive you in the process. Okay, I'm also just getting the idea, somebody like trying to sell you like a pill, right? That's going to make everything all better. You know that doesn't happen. Okay, so just watch out for that. And a pill might just be a metaphor, but if somebody's trying to sell you some sort of quick fix, Spirit's saying, that's not what's going to help here. Okay. The fourth chakra, Archangel Raphael. This is gorgeous because this is your heart chakra. So for those of you that do energy work, you know, your heart chakra, please make sure you're paying attention to your posture. Your shoulders are back. You know, your chest is forward. It's really scary to be vulnerable and open up that heart chakra. And there's a lot of things you can do to release it. You know, like, I know for me, you know, there's on YouTube, there's so many great, you know, energy workers and that sort of thing who help you with visualization techniques and opening up that heart chakra. And, you know, and it works. And so, like, really make sure also that you're opening up your heart, because I do get that, you know, for some of you, you are definitely calling in, you know, a twin flame or a soulmate energy here. Okay, again, for some of you, it's going to be this Queen of Pentacles who's coming, or that you want. Okay, and again, with the Hermit, I see the Hermit was, you know, went off on his own and was like really praying and meditating and asking for this. Okay, after everything, you know, Aries, that you guys have been through, you deserve that. For others of you, it's not another person, it's just that unity with your higher self, that Lover's card, you know, and it's like healing that heart chakra and then opening up your heart to do things that you are really, really, you know, that are heartfelt, but that are also, you know, things that you're very emotionally attached to, you know, so you do things like not like a robot, or just because, you know, everybody else is doing them. You know, again, that materialism is coming up with the Tower, like not because, you know, you need the best of the best, because that's, you know, that's how you find your self-worth, but really focusing on things that are, you know, like love is the only true thing, not, you know, the size of your phone or your iPad or the brand name or whatever. Okay, so final message for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for the Gemini full moon. Final message, there we go. Abundance, 88, yes. So whether this is I mean, this doesn't get any better, you guys. The abundance card, this is coming to you. You're manifesting this, okay? Again, some of you, the Queen of Pentacles, it's a business that you've started. Maybe it's a YouTube channel where you're healing. Maybe some of you are, getting nursing degrees or doctor's degrees or something like that. Make sure you're taking care of yourself during this process. It's been a really long process. It might have been like lots of studying. Okay, for some of you, you're going to be manifesting a love relationship. Okay, and you're just going to be getting a huge amount of abundance and love. With this pink energy, I am getting like this, I was seeing this rose quartz as well. Like that should just sit right there on top of this reading. Like your heart, and this is also speaks so much to your heart and the energy work that you're doing and that you need to do, and just like opening your heart to this beautiful journey. Because remember, you are on a path to happiness, Aries. And abundance, this is an amazing reading. There's a lot of messages here, so if you need to go back and listen to it again, I definitely recommend it. Please give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, comment and share if and only if that's something that you like to do. Please don't forget to ring that bell so you get any notifications when I upload new material or new videos. And I love you guys so much, and I hope you have an absolutely beautiful, beautiful full moon in Gemini period.